Hello and welcome, my name is Frank Fischer, and in the coming few weeks I will be your host for the DeepCode SummerAcademy on debugging. Let us start off with a short introduction into the SummerAcademy and the overall structure that we will present to you in the coming next weeks. So first let us define what is a bug and what is debugging. So with a bug we mean whenever a software product is not behaving towards the user as the user would expect it to behave or wanted it to behave. This can be a functional or logical error. This could be performance, usability, presentation or UI. Very prominent here in the web space is resizing of your browser, and your UI comes into shambles when you have different sizes of the browser. Compatibility could be an issue source, security, internationalization, documentation. So there are lots and lots of aspects that have bugs probably. With debugging we mean to trace, understand, and address these bugs in the software. I guess we all agree, debugging is a constant companion. All of us need to do it constantly. Now to the basic structure of our academy. There will be two main parts. The basic elements, where we'll talk about tools, processes, and people, and I will dig deeper in a second. And we will have a second part, when in the lifetime the bug is discovered, where we literally apply the basic elements that we discussed earlier into the lifetime of a software bug. So this is the table of contents for the first part, basic elements. And you see, it is a lot. You might not be able to read it all, to be honest. As you can see in the tools section, we have things like Stack Overflow, obviously, like debuggers, IDEs, browsers, static code analysis, obviously, things like that. Then we go on to processes. In the processes we talk about triaging, solving the issue, testing the solution, also things like test-driven development. So stuff like this will come in here. And finally, and also very important for us, is the people section. Because people do the debugging in the end, and we want to talk about craftsmanship, about growth mindset that helps you to debug software, and also the motivational side as well as the need to constantly learn. The next big part in our SummerAcademy is then when in the lifetime the bug is discovered. And you can see we're starting with writing code and then going down to the whole life cycle of a possible bug discovery in production and stuff like this. And the reason why we're doing this, why we're following this, is a bit the graphic on the right. As you can see, the longer a bug exists and is not discovered, the more expensive it gets to discover and then also remove the bug out of your application. So following this life cycle, we can literally apply the tools that we were talking about in the beginning to the real life examples. Debugging is a vast topic, so we had to do some decisions. Here are our decisions in a short overview. We will post new content from now on every day. We're focusing on JavaScript, number one, because everybody kind of has to work with JavaScript, and also we had to make a decision in that regard. We will open source the content, so all of it, videos, blog, code quizzes, everything. We'll find it on GitHub in a repository, and we want to invite you to also feel free to add things. So do pull requests and change things. We do quotations, we do references, so standing on the shoulders of giants, we're not shying away from that. We call it an academy, but in reality it's more like a reference of things. So you can jump in the different topics, you don't have to follow all of it in the sequence as it comes out. I mean, we want to invite you for that, but you don't have to. Also, no need to sign up, just enjoy the content. Again, if you want to add something, if you want to correct us, if you feel we didn't spend enough attention on something, make a pull request and change the content. So much for the introduction. Thank you for your interest, and tomorrow we will start with the first real topic, 2.1.1, issue tracking. I hope you will stay with us while we are publishing one piece after the other on the blog, on the YouTube channel, and on GitHub. And by the way, now that you're waiting for the next part to come out, maybe it's a good time to start to go to deepcode.ai and see how your code is doing with DeepCode.